All right, these are my 2025 NFL record predictions. Let's get started. Starting off with the AFC North. I have the Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, and the Browns. So going team by team here, the Ravens going 12-5 and going 4-2 in their division. I think they're going to be very, very good once again, like last year. Pretty good on both sides of the ball. 12-5 seems pretty good for them. Then I got the Bengals at 10-7 and 4-2 in their division. A little bit better than last year. I think they're going to be improved slightly defensively, but still their defense is definitely not good. So they're not going to be like an elite team here, but still very good. Steelers at 9-8, 3-3 in their division. I mean, it's the Steelers, right? They're going to go 9-8. They're going to go 500 in their division. That's just kind of what they do. Browns at 4-13. I mean, they're not good. Their quarterback room isn't good. Their roster in general isn't good. 4-13 seems about right. Moving on from there, we have the AFC East with the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets. The Bills at 11-6, going 4-2 in their division. Some team might say this is a little bit low for them, but I think they have a pretty good division. Got a tough schedule overall. 11-6, still win their division. That's still a pretty good record overall. Patriots at 10-7. That's definitely a lot higher than a lot of people would expect. I got them going 3-3 in their division, which isn't too crazy, right? Overall at 10-7, though, I do think Mike Vrabel is going to do wonders for this team and kind of boost them up quite a bit. Also, Stephon Diggs should help them out a lot too. Dolphins at 9-8 and 3-3 in their division. That's basically what they did last year, around about 500. They'll be a little bit above 500. If Tua could be healthy all year, they could get to 10 or 11 wins, but I don't really see that happening. Jets 7-10, 2-4 in their division, similar to what they were last year. I think Justin Fields will be an upgrade over Aaron Rodgers, but overall, not by much. And they don't have Devontae Adams, so offensively, still not going to be very good. Defensively, they're okay, but again, this is not a great team by any means. AFC South is up next with the Texans, the Jaguars, the Colts, and the Titans. With the Texans going 10-7 and then 5-1 in their division. Seems pretty fine. Their division is pretty easy. They should get quite a bit of wins in there. Overall, 10-7 seems solid, especially for some injury concerns that they have. No Tank Dell, no Joe Mixon for the start of the season, right? So 10-7 seems like a good number for them. Jags at 7-10, 4-2 in their division. It's a pretty easy division, so getting 4 wins there shouldn't be too hard. Overall, they should have a good a better year than last year, but it's, again, I don't think they're going to be a playoff team by any means, unless Travis Hunter can be like a two-way star and Liam Cohen does wonders for this team. Colts at 6-11 seems about right. Definitely worse than last year. Daniel Jones is their quarterback. He does not give me any hope. But like other than that, they should be like on the same par as what they were a season ago, if not even a little bit better. But just because of their big, huge quarterback issues and struggles that I've seen, I'm not too high on this team at all. Titans at 4-13 seems about right. They're going to be pretty bad once again. Cam Ward should be an upgrade over last year's QB, but overall, still not going to be a very good team. I have them going 1-5 in their division. Then we have the AFC West up next with the Chiefs at 12-5, Chargers 10-7, Broncos 10-7, and the Raiders at 7-10. So Chiefs winning the division once again should not be a surprise, right? 4-2 in their division, 12-5 overall. They have a tough first 6 games without Rashee Rice. That's going to probably get him at least 2 or 3 losses. But once he comes back, this team should be dominant towards the latter 2/3 of the season. Chargers and Broncos both at 10-7 and both 3-3 in the division is relatively around the same exact place they were a season ago. I don't expect much change out of either of these teams. Raiders at 7-10, similar record to last year. I do think they'll feel a lot better than their season was last year. Like, Pete Carroll should be good and make this team actually watchable. Geno Smith, Ashton Jeanty should be some good additions to this roster as well. Then we have the NFC North with the Packers, the Lions, the Bears, and the Vikings. Packers 12-5, going 5-1 in their division. It's a pretty good division. So 5-1 is really good for them. But overall, getting Michael Parsons on this team should definitely make them better than last season. 12-5 seems very, very realistic for them. Lions at 10-7, definitely lower than a lot of people probably have them, considering they did win 15 games last year. But losing both their offensive and defensive coordinators is never a good sign. That's probably going to hurt them more than some people expect it to. That's why I got them going 10-7, but they still go 5-1 in a very good division. So that's a good sign for them. We got the Bears at 9-8, going 1-5 in their division. So yeah, they have a tough division. I have them getting one game against Minnesota, but they're getting swept by Detroit and Green Bay. Pretty good season overall for the Bears. Definitely better than last season. Ben Johnson should be good for them. Some good additions to their offense with Luther Burden and Colston Loveland. But overall, still probably not a playoff team. They're going to be very close, though, at 9-8. Vikings at 7-10, going 1-5 in their division. Definitely a big downgrade from last year. I believe they had 14 wins. But I just don't see a world in where this team is nearly as good as they were last year. Sam Darnold played amazing for them. I don't think J.J. McCarthy is going to be that good. He's going to be solid, I think, but certainly nowhere near what Sam Darnold was. And I just think naturally they're going to take a pretty significant step back. Next up is the NFC East with the Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Commanders, Dallas Cowboys, and New York Giants. I have the Eagles going 12-5 and going 5-1 in their division. They won the Super Bowl last year. They should be the best team in the division at least. So 12-5, 5-1 makes a whole lot of sense. Commanders at 9-8 and 5-1 in their division. That's where a lot of people are going to have some issues. They were, I think, 12-5 last season. Why are they going to be worse? Considering they have a rookie quarterback who should only be improving. Well, they also got Deebo Samuel on this team. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of good pieces to this team, but there's also a lot of issues I have with it, right? I think they lost some key guys defensively. They lost some offensive linemen, and they're just one of the oldest teams in the entire league. So I think naturally those guys are going to be regressing. They're not going to be very good. They have some good veteran presences, but they're all old, right? So that's not really a good sign all the time. I think 9-8 is going to be a good fallback year for them. Cowboys at 8-9, 2-4 in their division. Losing Micah Parsons, right? Trading him away definitely caused at least like 2 wins to fall off for this Dallas Cowboys team. Probably would have been around 10 or 11 wins, but no Micah Parsons. Definitely makes me drop them down a few spots. Giants at 4-13, 0-6 in their division. I don't think they're going to be very good. Russell Wilson should be an upgrade for the quarterback room, but overall, still not a very good team. Moving on to the NFC South. With the Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, and Falcons 10-7, 4-2 in their division. I think they're going to have a good year. They're going to have their first winning season since 2017. I think Michael Penix is going to have a pretty solid season himself. That should definitely help this team. Darnell Mooney, hopefully he can be ready for week 1. There's still some injury questions with him, but overall, I am really excited about this Atlanta Falcons team. Buccaneers at 9-8, 5-1 in their division. I mean, I have them having the best division record, but not the best record in the division, if that makes sense. I think they're going to fall off a little bit. Losing Godwin and Jalen McMillan for a good amount of the season with their injuries definitely is going to hurt. Emeka Egbuka can pick up the slack for a little bit, but they're still going to want both those guys back at some point. Panthers, 6-11, 2-4 in the division. Similar to what they were last year. I think they'll be a more respected 6-11 team. I think Bryce Young will look good. I think Teddy and McMillan will look good, but overall their team is still not going to be very good this season. And Saints at 2-15, I mean, they're bad. This Saints team is not good. We can all agree on that. They have a horrible quarterback room. They get one divisional win against the Carolina Panthers, but that's about it. This team is not going to be good this season. And then we have the NFC West, which I believe is our last team here. Niners at 10-7, Rams at 9-8, Cardinals at 9-8, and the Seahawks at 9-8. So all these teams with a winning record, all these teams going 3-3, splitting every single divisional game with each other. Seems very, very realistic and doable here. All these teams are good in my opinion. None of them are great, but none of them are bad either. Niners at 10-7, they should be the favorite to win the division. Definitely have some wide receiver issues to start the year, but I think they will get healthy eventually, and they're going to be good enough defensively to help overcome some of those. I think Christian McCaffrey will be a lot better than he was last year as well. Rams at 9-8, small step back from last year, but still going to be solid enough to be a playoff contender. Cardinals at 9-8, similar thing for them. They're going to be slightly better this year though, with some improvements from Marvin Harrison Jr., and then Kyler Murray will get a little bit better as well. And the Seahawks going to be very similar to what they were last year. Losing Geno for Sam Darnold is pretty much a good swap there. Losing DK Metcalf for Cooper Kupp is honestly not much of a drop-off there either. Moving on from here, we have our playoff picture in the AFC. Ravens at the 1 seed, 12-5. Chiefs at the 2 seed at 12-5. I believe they have a head-to-head game where the Ravens did win. Bills 3 seed at 11-6. 4 seed Texans at 10-7. 5 seed is the Chargers at 10-7. 6 seed Broncos 10-7, and 7 seed Bengals 10-7. So don't ask me why these tiebreakers are the way they are. I couldn't really tell you without, doing some analysis with my predictions, but I don't really feel like doing that. So just take it for what it is. And with the Patriots at 10-7 who just missed, as well as the 9-8 Steelers and the 9-8 Dolphins. Now getting on to the NFC playoff picture, I got the Eagles are the 1 seed at 12-5, Packers are the 2 seed at 12-5, Falcons are the 3 seed at 10-7, Niners are the 4 seed at 10-7. We have the Lions at the 5 seed at 10-7, 6 seed Rams at 9-8, 7 seed Bucks at 9-8. Then you have the Cardinals, Seahawks, and Commanders who all go 9-8 and just missed the playoffs as well. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. I believe this is going to be one of the last videos I have up for about a week till next week's power ranking video. But make sure to go check over all my videos from the last week or so and check those out as well. But thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.